another reason why having this quad lock on, I'm going to Rapha Soho.
Head southeast on Edgware Road.
So I'm in Rapha in Soho, and they're just setting up for me and Emily Chappell, and I'm sure you'll know Emily Chappell if you are into endurance riding. She's just, I'm not going to say this in front of her because I know she gets a little bit embarrassed, but she's just phenomenal. She is one of the reasons that I got into endurance riding, because I actually saw her do a talk at Rapha in Manchester. So it feels really nice that I'm actually going to be doing a talk with her. So I'm going to grab her in a minute. We're going to get a couple of questions about endurance riding, but that's what the whole evening is. We're doing like a big Q&A. There's going to be like 100 people here. It's a big free event, and that is why I've come down to Manchester. I mean, down to London. Is it on?
Yeah, it's on now. I told you.
How many times are we going to have to do this if we get it right? We'll just do it at once, I promise. So here's Emily Chappell. And I said that I wouldn't go into like all the stuff you've done because I'm just like fangirling. But I know you don't. I know you hate it, so I'll. If you know who Emily Chappell is.
The fangirling is also quite mutual.
Thank you. But I just wanted to ask a couple of questions about people getting into endurance riding, because I know a lot of people ask me of like how to build up, and I'm only to a point, whereas you have just done some way more longer, bigger stuff. So I just wanted to see, I guess, what your main tips are for, I guess, pushing that bit further.
It's hard to
Quite a
say,
big thing in
because
a nutshell.
yeah. I mean, I'm not a coach and I don't have good advice on how to up your distance or anything. I think the main thing, I mean, it sounds really cheesy, but the main thing is to enjoy it. Like, if you're not enjoying it, you won't want to do it again. So make sure that by the end of the ride, you've enjoyed enough of it. And if you're pushing too hard or you're going too far to what you are at that stage, then you won't be enjoying it. One of my other top tips is eat as much as you possibly can, because that keeps you going. And I think I'm realising more and more that people really underestimate how much they need to eat. There's a lot of riders I know, they're eating normal sized meals and having a couple of bananas during a ride. Eat as much as you can, it will fuel you. It's not like you're going to be suddenly ending your ride with a huge stomach or something. Like, you will burn that, and it will give you more energy and make you go harder and just make you enjoy it as well.
And do you enjoy like the whole of the ride? Like, it's like a, I don't know, 1,000k or, you know, something like Transcontinental, which is like, what's it, 4.5?
It's about 4,000.
Do you enjoy the whole thing of that, or is it just like, I guess there are definitely highs and lows, but is it more like that? How much of it would you say you do enjoy? How much of it is like enduring, like you're having to?
There is a lot of enduring, and I think my relationship with that has changed over the years, because I used to get to hard bits and think, well, this is hard, I hate it, I'm no good at this is awful. But now I've got through a few of those, I think, oh wow, this is getting really hard, I hate it, it's awful. I could get through that before, and that makes it a bit easier. And it has got to the stage now where actually, you know what, I think I can do this, and it's just going to be hard for a while. But
Also, I just want to say thank you. It's just I don't want to make you embarrassed, but like I actually saw Emily at a talk in Rapha in like 2017 after she won TCR 2016, and that was what helped me, I guess, kind of up the distances that I would do. And you inspired a lot, specifically women that year. Like the numbers doing TCR the year after, which was like phenomenal after. So thank you for just like putting yourself out there and just sharing like your story, I guess, because it is really encouraging.
it's been amazing to see that, because you say this, and now I think most of the people in this room have done more cycling than me this year. Like, you do so much, and to think that, you know, back in the day maybe I helped a little bit. It's amazing.
You massively did. Like, you just don't know.
It's so far beyond what I was doing then. So many people, and
No,
that's
I
just
could not do Transcontinental. I couldn't do that
neither
amount.
could I now. Just years ago.
But I always think that on rides, I think, oh well, you did that for that amount of time and you won it. Like, I'll think, oh well, I can just do a day of this. Like, I can do a day.
I think that's tough too.
Yeah.
If I did Transcon like 5 years ago, maybe I can ride to the shops today. It never stops being hard.
Yeah, that is a good point. So I will leave all the links to Emily if you don't already follow her below, and then yeah, we'll go and have a quick Q&A. Get your jacket in your bag before we start. So thank you so much. Thank you for filming. Right, so everyone is pretty much in here and we're going to start.
Right, I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I putting myself in this? But I think it is more
how that translates. So if you are pushing yourself to do something that you didn't think you could do, then that kind of translates into like other areas of your life. So you're like, oh, I didn't think I could do that, and then now I can do that. Like, oh, maybe I could do this other thing that I didn't think I could do. So it's kind of that, and then just kind of pushing yourself to doing things that you just didn't think you would ever be able to do or achieve.
Ultras actually, kind of. I mean, you get a little bit more hype, but finishing an ultra race is normally just like there's a couple of people, someone might shake your hand. If you're lucky, someone will hand you a beer, but usually they won't. You don't get the kind of the banners and the, you know, the Eiffel Tower and all the stuff that you feel you ought to get. But I think that kind of emphasises the fact that you're doing it for the experience in itself and not for any sort of glory or anything else external. Enough. Your layering is correct, you're not too hot or cold, your bike is in reasonable working order, you're not pushing too hard and putting yourself into a hole. If you're on a multi-day ride, you've got to wash your shorts every day. And all of those things are quite boring and menial, they don't feel like a big deal. But if you start neglecting them or getting them wrong, that's when things go really badly. And one of the big things, I think, in ultra racing is, you know, you've got to be strong and tough, but actually you've also just got to keep up with all of your normal processes and take the time to look after yourself. Follow me on this. You get a lot of Haribo or other sweetie type things. You mix it with salted cashews. You chop up some meat, like some salami or chorizo or something. Don't knock it till you've tried it. And if it's really, really going to be quite hard and gnarly and difficult and long, you chop up some Emmental cheese into chunks. It has to be Emmental, and you mix that in as well.
So I would really like you to give a warm round of applause to our guests.
Forgot to film an ending last night. I just got chatting and got back and then just fell asleep. So this is that ending. But I just want to say thank you to Rapha for putting on free events like that, because like I say, that was how I got more inspired by going to watch one of Emily's talks. So it was really nice to hopefully help encourage any of you that went. Emily's like the ultra racer, I'm just like the Audaxer. But so now I'm going to Regent's Park, doing some laps, and yeah, I'll catch up with you in the next video. I'll link all Emily's details below. Go and follow her. She's got a really good Instagram, so sharing all of her adventures. We'll see you all soon. I better go. I'm gonna be late. Bye. Why did you sniff it before you drank it? Yeah, do you want to turn it? No, you can. Oh, I've just drank a smoothie and I feel like I need to burp.